Good interplay again inside the penalty area, and it's two. And Salah tiptoes his way through.
Arne Slot's lost 4 games in a row in charge of Liverpool. That doesn't happen very often.
Long ball forward into the area, Batshuayi!
I think they've the quality to be the next best team that are not Bayern in the Bundesliga.
Eric Dyer from the penalty spot has drawn Monaco level. Kudus comes back in on his left foot, draws the ball down low to the left and produces a brilliant finish.
Clearly want to attack, clearly want to create, but we need to be able to get clean sheets. We need to do that.
In comes the corner, it's flicked on at the near post and Joao Pedro is there to head it in. Rolls into the area along the deck, it's in! It's in! Brilliant by Val Beckles!
It's a club that in the past, in the present, they always try to play their kind of football, so for sure will be a difficult game.
Another huge night of Champions League action tonight. Chelsea take on Ajax. Live on talkSPORT, we have Frankfurt against Liverpool, and live on talkSPORT 2, Monaco against Thomas Frank's Spurs. And of course, that is where we'll park our tanks before we leave you today, because Spurs, when you look at it, have only got 4 points at home out of a possible 12. And that is in sharp contrast to their away form, where they've won 3 and drawn 1. This is Thomas Frank going into this game tonight as to where he thinks he is with his Spurs side.
I think it's fair to say that we are relatively early days in the time with all of us together here. I think there is, in my opinion, a lot of progress in a lot of areas. For example, I think we defended fantastic against Villa overall, and I think we in general look very good in high pressure, aggressive. I think we're very aggressive, very intense against Villa as well. And I think offensively we still scored quite a few goals if you compare that to the league, which is about to get them into the back of the net. Then you could say that play, let's say, 3 games in a row with completely free-floating top football. How many teams do that right now in the Premier League? If you can name me 3, it would be nice. But we and I are aiming for the perfect game every single game. That's what we want to do. But we know what we are working at, and I think we are progressing nicely.
So he knows what he wants, Danny. Of course he does. He's a top manager. But has it been a solid but unspectacular start for him?
Well, I think the general feeling is positive. I think it's obvious what they're trying to do when you watch them play. I thought they were a bit unlucky against Villa, actually. I watched the game. They played pretty well for most of it and missed some chances. But their home form's a bit of a concern. For me, watching them, at times, they're heavily reliant on Kudus for creativity. There's not a lot of creativity in the team, other than him. Missing Maddison. Because Simmons is a bit different. He's not quite hit the ground running. And they are struggling to open up teams or finish off any chances they get. So I know they've got some players injured in that respect as well, and they've just brought Muani in, who's going to start getting in minutes. Solanke's got to come back.
Yeah.
But overall, positive. I think he's a terrific manager. I like the fact he's adaptable. He doesn't always play the same way. They generally try and play because they've got some good players, but the set pieces have been good. He'll put the ball in the box from anywhere. No problem with that, like we talked about earlier. And I think there's more to come from them. I think there's a lot to like about what he's trying to do there. And overall, I think other than that defeat at the weekend, the fans have been pretty happy.
Yeah. Do you think long term this is going to be a good fit? Thomas Frank.
I think I'm erring more on the optimistic side. I mean, obviously, people will say now that the ownership has changed its direction under Daniel, and you've got potentially more money being made available, which means they'll have more ambition. They might change their wage structure, which means that they can get better players into the building, which will give any manager a better opportunity. I mean, playing in front of Tottenham, I was talking to various Tottenham fans that felt the atmosphere inside the stadium was very stilted. Against Aston Villa, that I don't know whether that's the fans are not happy about something or
just one thing on that, Simon. It's worth interjecting on is that I obviously go to a lot of games. I remember playing a lot of games. Sunday lunchtime games always felt like that. They're dead Sunday lunchtime games. Maybe fans haven't got time to go and have a few pints, or it's just a weird one. I always felt that Sunday games had less electricity. It's like Saturday.
What, for the players or the fans?
Like the fans.
Yeah.
The atmosphere.
Right.
It was a common theme people talked about when they played. It's like Sunday lunchtime games.
Tell me this before we all go in our different directions this lunchtime. Do you remember the losses, Danny, more than the wins in your career?
No.
Is there one? No, but come on, be honest.
There's one.
Is there one that stands out? You think, God damn it, we should have won that and we didn't.
Not that we should have won, but the Europa League final with Fulham after the journey we went on, it kind of felt like it was meant to be. We got done with 2 minutes to go in extra time. Maybe because I was captain as well, so from an egotistical point of view, very selfish point of view, trophies I'd won before.
Yeah.
I'd never been the captain.
Right.
And also it was an underdog story and nobody'd really given us a chance. So losing that one, I replay that one a lot, actually. That feeling. It was awful.
Really?
It felt horrendous, yeah. That was a bad one.
The reason I ask you, and this is something close to your heart, because you love your golf and you certainly love the Ryder Cup and the way it worked out for the European team, because they won the damn thing when it looked as if it's going to be a very tight finish, to say the least of it. Keegan Bradley, the US captain, has spoken for the first time. It's taken him days to even address it in public. And of course, we all know what happened. Europe won it 15-13 right at the death. And it was sweaty palms for everybody in that European team. But Keegan Bradley has come away with the effect it's had on him. And he said, there is no part of me that thinks that I will ever get over this. This effing event has been so brutal to me. And he is saying he is having real trouble moving on from it.
Well, I understand that when you're so passionate about something, and obviously it was a worldwide audience, and there's been a lot of criticism towards him because he made some absolutely baffling decisions, really baffling, from the golf aspect. And he probably has a deep-rooted regret in the fact that he would have played in it if he wasn't the captain, or he could have played in it even if he was the captain.
That's right. Yeah.
So he might never get that opportunity again. I mean, he's very unlikely to ever be the captain again, very unlikely. And to get to the level again to play in it, he's going to have to play some supreme golf in the next 2 years. So I understand that. Yeah, it might take him a bit of time. He'll get over it. I mean, he's, go and have a swim in his pool in his 10 million, 15 million pound house he lives in and go for a round of golf. He'll get over it. Let's not be...
You said in all honesty, do you regularly replay that Fulham final in your head?
I do, but it doesn't...
Keegan will be the same about that Ryder Cup.
Yeah, but you still get on with life, don't you?
You do.
The sun still rises. You still got to go and take the kids out and go to do your normal things. It doesn't stay there. You just get on with life.
Danny, you send all of us away with our feet very much on the ground after that. Thank you so much. Simon, I'll see you tomorrow at 10. Danny, I'll see you next Wednesday. And already I'm looking forward to it.
The same.
That's a lie. It's 1 o'clock.
talkSPORT.